both characters definitely rely on like projectile setups into like their juggle combos.
Absolutely,
Like,
yeah.
like the laser beam arrows from the Young Link and the boomerang on top of me Sword Fighter's tornado and chakra. I mean, it's just gonna be swords flying, a freaking like kitty frisbee flying around, a boomerang. A lot of stuff gonna be going around in this matchup. And so far, it looks like Sizzle's on the receiving end of a lot of them.
Yeah, getting into it, it seems to me that they're not entirely aware of the Sword Fighters' options here. They've really fallen for a lot of tornadoes and chakram conversions, and they've even been caught by some reflectors. So I'll be really looking to see how Sizzle plays around the reflectors and big hitboxes of the Sword Fighter here. Yeah. Although Sizzle's racked on a lot of really good percent. Are we gonna see it? No, not quite. You're not the real me Sword Fighter with those up B conversions. Good tech coming back on the recoveries. That could have been some gimps out of both players. NickSF taking the kill.
Something that I was seeing a little bit ago is that Sizzle was actually avoiding NickSF in the air before he was sure that he could get a forward air combo going on. And that's something that's going to be very important as this match progresses, I think. Waiting out the aerials, making sure you're not getting hit by too many of them. Because as we've seen, me Sword Fighter's aerials, if you take it for granted, can rack up quite a bit of damage early on, and you're not going to be able to do a whole lot later.
Oh, absolutely. Especially that back air and up air. They're some of the most one of the most lethal options I've seen out of this archetype of character. Young Link, very scary character, but even after the buffs, still doesn't have a lot of kill power, even off of that fair. You're gonna have to be very far off stage to even find those kills until high percents. Yeah. I would like to see some fire arrow conversions, although down air is gonna take it, and Sizzle's up in this match. So I'd say really good play out of both players. It's really refreshing to see good quality play from both characters, just because we all know the Wi-Fi memes about both characters, don't we?
Oh, for sure. And a double up air gonna take the stock from Sizzle. Now, I definitely think the harder hitter in this matchup is definitely gonna be NickSF's me Sword Fighter. And the more neutral interactions is definitely going to go to Sizzle's Young Link, because arrows come out way faster than Chakram and Tornado do, and Boomerang really allows combos to get the opponent off stage and definitely take back stage control. So but like a couple stray hits from NickSF and like that's a stock.
Yeah, for sure. This is it's the two different types of zoners that you're going to see coming out. And NickSF has really had a lot, Sizzle has really had a lot on NickSF's approaches here. But NickSF getting some pretty good comeback percent. This isn't out of the woods for them at all. Forward air not going to take it.
Ooh,
off stage hero spin. We love deep edge guards like that. Sometimes you just need to go for them. When the game's when it's on the line, you're in losers. Sometimes you just need to go for it.
Yeah, a lot of you guys might think that was do or die there, but I'd like to point out again, Sizzle did have a bomb there that went off after the last hit of the uppy came out, so he was gonna live regardless. However, still a ballsy play, and I definitely love to see things like that in bracket, especially.
Look in the chat. ZZZ Phantom says Sizzle's the best Joker in Puerto Rico. Surprised he's using Young Link here. Might we see the Joker?
The same Sizzle. Let me.
That's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that.
Real quick. But there's something I wanted to talk about in that set. NickSF's landing punishes on Sizzle. Because whenever Sizzle was trying to hit the ground fast and wasn't really paying too much mind to NickSF being in the way, the up air combos that came out were devastating, and each of them hit like a truck. And some of them ended up killing. Like those were how he netted a couple of his stocks earlier on in the match.
Yeah, that's very true. You're seeing a little bit of tournament fatigue maybe coming out from Sizzle, a little bit of autopilot. I know that especially in long brackets like this, that sometimes it just gets you, and you don't pay attention or always watch your opponent and how you come back down to the ground after a combo or juggle like that. But we're going to see Sizzle again with really strong conversions off of these boomerangs and arrows. I would like to see more up airs in them. I feel like they could be getting NickSF in some worse positions for them.
Uh-oh, that's going to kill. Yeah.
Very clean conversion off the down tilt.
Man, love to see that move getting a lot of use. Here's the difference between commentating and playing. I'm not annoyed by that. Whereas I'd probably be raging a little bit, and my controller'd probably be broken right now if I got hit by that bracket.
Something spiked. You'd be that one guy at the venue, and everybody looks off to the side. But
my first ever local, there was a guy playing Melee. He was playing against computers, and he was popping off against the CPUs. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen.
You know what? Sometimes you just need a W. Sometimes you just need a W. I was gonna say, so I have a little bit of experience here with Young Link, and I would think that for damage, especially at the early percents, they've missed quite a few of these when they get the down tilt or anything really into combo. They've been going for the back air, which doesn't hit in front, so they need a DIN. It's just really interesting to see them to go for that option all the time. And I'd consider that an SD going for the edge guard and losing their stock for it. I don't think down air was the correct choice unless they were going to get the stock off of it.
Yeah, but we take those.
We do take those, but there was no stock trade for it. Instead of evening up the percent and getting the stock off of NickSF and giving one for yourself, otherwise they just lost the stock. And here's those juggle opportunities you're seeing where Sizzle just really isn't paying attention to how they're getting down.
Yeah, and took a lot of damage on that. In somewhere where he should be a stock up right now, like a fresh stock up right now. But like what we're seeing, NickSF is never out of a game if he can get these landing attacks.
I feel like that was the wrong punish there on the up smash. F smash would have reached off the ledge there for Mean Sword Fighter because it's that arcing kind of link slash there,
yeah, maybe one bad blemish that might end up costing him the set.
But again, we're seeing Sizzle go for what I feel is the incorrect punish off of your up B hero, grounded hero spins. And I feel like this is keeping NickSF in the game and finally finding the up smash to take it. Haven't really seen too many interesting movement options from either character. Just a lot of really kind of scrappy zoning. I was gonna say patient till I realized it's really not. It's very trade blows back and forth, find openings, find punishes.
Yeah, but NickSF's been playing incredibly safe this stock, trying not to get hit by too many stray projectiles. And
they've got the lead now.
Yeah, ultimately just put your will on Sizzle, and it's working for him. He might have finally adapted to the character in the matchup.
Oh, going for the hard read there. That could have been the end for Sizzle, but we live another day, and both players really looking for the hard reads at this point. They just want this game to be over with, that stock to be taken.
Yeah, Sizzle, wants to get this over with because he knows that NickSF is coming back, and NickSF wants to finish it off here because he knows that if he doesn't, he is going to lose.
Yeah, NickSF, I feel like they don't have all the momentum here, but losing when you're down like that is going to kill all momentum you might have from a lead. So I would say stage bans here for Sizzle, or excuse me, for NickSF. I would ban out triplats.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree there. Triplats are gonna make it a lot easier for Sizzle to find a safe place to land, which is ultimately what NickSF's been punishing more than anything else.
Absolutely. either triplats or maybe a Smashville ban here, because Smashville is also another really strong Young Link stage, while also being something a little bit less advantageous for me Sword Fighter because of those slanted, not edges, but like underneath the stage that can potentially screw up a recovery. So we might see a Smashville ban as well. On the flip side, where do you think Sizzle's going to take us for Game 3?
Sizzle. I would not be surprised to see Sizzle go to either an FD or an open stage as well, but like we can't really see the stage bans, so
no, we don't have the power here. We just have to wait for the stages to come up.
Yeah, but like who knows if NickSF bans triplats or not. Granted, Sizzle did seem very comfortable on Smash or on the Town and City Game 1. I'm not sure if DSR is on in this tournament, but if it isn't, I think we might be seeing a run back to that stage. And we're Lilat.
We're picking Lilat here. Now, I honestly forgot about Lilat. I feel like this is a really good pick for Sizzle here. So despite the issues landing, they're going to be able to really kind of get the best of both worlds of Smashville, being able to hide under that middle platform and a little bit of jankness that the stage provides, while also the safety of the platforms that you'd get from other triplats.
Oh, nice gimp from Nicola, getting the weak spike, but is actually going to take out the stock anyway.
Sometimes the weak spike is all you need, because I feel like a strong spike. Well, if this was another game, you could have Meteor canceled the strong spike.
Word.
I do know about that. I've watched enough Melee to know about Meteor cancels.
Yeah. I don't think the degree of power of the spike really matters all that much if your recovery isn't going to be able to deal with it.
Very true. We're seeing those landing punishes come from NickSF. Their juggle potential is really strong in this matchup. Not quite dying to the up smash. I would have liked to see maybe a combo punish, because you could have gotten a down tilt hero spin kill off of there. Probably going for the shore punish, but in a situation like this, you need to get that stock off when you're already stock down.
Another down air gimp from NickSF, and tournament stock here for Sizzle. I'm very impressed with NickSF's play here on a stage that wasn't even his counterpick.
Yeah, absolutely. They seem to be dominating Sizzle's approaches and landings here. Getting out of that juggle situation with the tornado, but getting clipped by another one, and we could see, I was going to say, we could potentially see a good 40% off of this punish here.
Yeah, and he's already at 95. We might even see a JV3. Okay, never mind. There's curse. But I do want to mention, I have not been seeing too many projectiles from Sizzle in this set, or in this match, and I think that ultimately ended up costing him the match and the set here. NickSF is going to